Good evening, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome back to another video. It's Stephen here. How are you doing on this wonderful Saturday, the 27th of September? Live 10 minutes or so, 14 minutes to be precise, actually, ahead of City versus Burnley in the Premier League. I've not had a chance to do a preview. Apologies. This illness is still plaguing me. The cough just won't go. And last night, we were a poorly child as well, so I've not had a chance to do any videos about the preview. But it is the return of Kyle Walker, and there was a couple of notable absences in this lineup today. A few things to talk about, which I'll get on to in a second. Hello in the chat. Someone just saying I eat dirt. Good for you, mate. I'm not here to judge. You eat whatever you want to. I'm not here to judge you entirely. Do let me know in the chat how you're feeling about this game, what you're expecting. Are you feeling a good result today? You feeling confident about all things Manchester City? We go into this game, of course, with a few changes for various reasons in various regions. Here's the team today for you. Gianluigi Donnarumma back in goal after midweek for Trafford. Nunes comes in for the injured Kusanov at right back. But the back line, other than that, is exactly the same. Ruben Diaz. It's the same lineup that ended... the back line anyway that ended the game against Arsenal, with Nunes at right back, Diaz, Vardial and Nico O'Reilly. Carried on from the midweek fixture, O'Reilly into midfield. In midfield there's been a change because Rodri unfortunately is not fully fit today. So the rumour is that he'll be available midweek, but he's not available today, unfortunately. So Rodri's skipping this one out today. I'm sure it's just a fitness thing and recovery thing, but you'd think Burnley at home should be enough here to win anyway. He's joined in midfield by Tijana Reinders, and definitely Phil Foden playing as a 10 today. When you look at the options, Savinho and Doku out wide, it's very obvious to me that Phil Foden's getting the number 10 stint today. And the first Premier League start of the season for Savinho, probably on the right wing. Scored, of course, midweek. Guardiola's with the rumours of a new contract as well, which I found funny, not because I don't think he should get one. I'm quite relaxed about that. I find it funny because of the timing of everything. It's just funny. Burn the bridges, everyone critical for midweek. New contract coming in. Football for you. And then Doku on the left, rightfully so, back into the side with Erling Haaland, your big man, up top. Yeah, I mean, Burnley, a low block Burnley. Scott Parker's Burnley were there. You park the bus football, park the entire... It's not just the bus, they'll park the players' cars as well, and the lawnmower that cuts the grass at Turf Moor, and the catering bus, and everything else. They'll park everything. I'm trying to think of other vehicles that would use at a ground. Do they have tractors? They have tractors in Burnley. What else could they use? I don't know. The ambulance, the St. John's paramedics will park in front of the goal. Everything's important in front of the goal is what I'm saying. They're going to defend very, very deeply, which I think is Guardiola's reasoning to play quite an attacking lineup, you know? Nico Gonzalez will sit back, but Phil Foden and Reinders want to score goals. Savinho and Doku want to get forward, as well as Haaland. It's very aggressive with Nunes, of course, O'Reilly. A lot of forward-thinking players in that side. There's also, as far as I'm aware, off the top of my head, a bench debut for the very talented Ryan McAdoo. Really, really exciting player. Don't mess this up today, City. Score 3 goals and Ryan McAdoo probably makes his debut today off the bench, which would be absolutely lovely. I really want to see that. 5 substitutes can get on the pitch there, and there is 9 senior players. Kovacic will get minutes, but Mikasa and McAdoo could get minutes as well today. We don't mess this up. Get some goals, City. Bernardo Silva on the bench, by the way, which is interesting. I think Guardiola's decided that today we're having all the ball. We are going to have all the ball. We simply do not need Bernardo Silva, his shifts, so to speak. We can get away with just attacking today and being aggressive. And I think this is a reasonably smart tactical decision from Guardiola to start Savinho anyway, but I also think mentally it's a good idea to start Savinho, because as much as whatever we say, wherever you stand on Savinho, wherever you feel about him, if he's good enough, if he's not good enough, the only thing that actually is true, regardless of all this, is that he's going to be here now until the end of the season. I mean, he's going to be. So you either you kiss and make up and you crack on, or you sit and sulk at each other and achieve absolutely nothing and just bring down the squad. It makes no sense not to just pull up your big boy pants and crack on, essentially. So that's what they're going to do today, and I think it's the right call to have Savinho start after midweek in a game of this stature where Burnley will sit back, it's all at home, and let him go for it, you know? I think it's the right call, basically. So I'm pretty happy with the decision today to start Savinho. I think it makes a lot of sense. It's a reasonably comfortable game, you would argue, for him to get his first start of the season. It comes after a goal midweek, and it comes after rumours of a new contract. It's a reasonable show of faith from Guardiola, and like it's as they say, an olive branch. You know, he's offered an olive branch out to Savinho and his camp, and we crack on. And there's still a chance, I would argue, to make that right wing slot his own, you know. I mean, Guardiola's words the other day, let me try and find them actually, were very prescient about Savinho, and I actually share them. I know a lot of people are down on Savinho, but I still maintain there's a player there, a very talented player. And Guardiola, I didn't get to do the preview I wanted to talk about these quotes, but let me find it, you know. What did he say about Savinho? I've not also talked about the new Nico Riley contract either, by the way, which I was very happy about. I thought that the Nico Riley news is absolutely fantastic. So here we go. This is what Guardiola said about Savinho. He said, Savinho created a lot last season, but the final third, a little bit too hectic in the right moment. The moment he improves that, because he's so young, he'll be a top-class player. He can play on both sides. He's speedy and he has work ethic. He created a lot in the last game against Huddersfield. And Savio, the moment he makes a step, it's natural to come. He'll be a top player for Man City. And it's absolutely true. He's very, very, very young still. If he adds goals, he's one of the best wingers in world football. It's that simple. If he suddenly just gets 10 goals a season, he created like 10 assists last year. If he's getting 10 assists and 10 goals in his early 20s, when he's in mid-20s, that turns into 15 of each, and before you know, you've got a 40 goal, 30 to 5 event gets more and more, and you've got a top class winger. We forget just how young he is and how long it takes to add things to your game. So, Rodri today apparently is just a resting thing. They decided to take it easy with him. I think it's the right call. I thought Nico Gonzalez was good against Burnley. And I think, to be honest, if I look at what Guardiola was doing at full time against Burnley when he was on the pitch for Nico, doing his whole like... Tell me that wasn't a good Pep impression. If I was a big YouTuber, that would be a GIF, wouldn't it? A reaction GIF. But he was doing that, and for me, that was Guardiola saying, "I'm going to teach you things." And at that point, when he starts doing all that, I think he had in mind that he was going to play against Burnley because he's trying to teach him things for obvious reasons. So I think this was basically planned. They knew what was going on. I think Guardiola's got in mind that he's going to play Nico Gonzalez as a 6 an awful lot this season because Rodri will need the rest. By the way, just saw United lost earlier, 3-1 as well. Awful lot of fun, that, isn't it? Don't sack him, United. Do the right thing. I can't believe I'm seeing Reds, you know. You can't believe that they want to get rid of him. Sorry, I just get distracted by United being terrible again. But anyway, I feel, it's the right call today. Distracted. Sorry, incredibly distracted there. I was just looking at the team. Looking at the rest of the bench. So the rest of the bench anyway as well. Divine Macassar on there. Of course, he got an assist the other day. You've got Mateo Kovacic back on the bench as well, which is good to have. I like that Kovacic is back. And once again, I'm sort of in the category where I feel like he might have moved on. It might have been the best idea. But at the same time, I mean, Kovacic isn't nearly quite as to me as some of the players were last season. I think Kovacic is a little bit more aggressive and has got a little bit more physicality still. So I don't think Kovacic was ever really lacking in terms of physicality or even hunger, I would argue. Though Kovacic does have that weird trait of being about 10 times faster going forward than he does going backwards. That's interesting if so, Ted. That would be very interesting. Ted said that Amarim's got a clause in his contract of getting paid twice as much before. I don't think so. I'd be amazed if that's true because that's just terrible business. I don't think you'd even put that in your own contract because that's sort of like a lack of faith, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe they're just embarrassed. Do not underestimate pride with these things. Like, rich people, successful people, and they are successful people who run United largely, they have a lot of pride because they think they are the bee's knees and they don't like to admit they are wrong. And that's often what happens. It has to be like, Anyway, it's funny. Hope they don't sack him. But yeah, Kovacic I think is good to have back in the side. It's nice to see Macassar there, Ryan McAdoo, of course, Oscar Bob on the bench. I think Oscar's got to do a little bit more, as I said the other day. I think Oscar's a fantastic talent, but no one's grabbing that right wing slot right now, so this is the chance for Savinho to grab it if he wants to. I don't think Oscar Bob's grabbed it yet. I don't think Bernardo Silva's grabbed it yet. Maybe Marmou should play there. I know you don't want to see it, but I think there's a chance that he'd play there if he was fit. Shirky might if he was fit. Someone's got to grab that right wing slot. It's open to someone. What channel? I've got it on American TV, James. A City fan has lent me their login on USA Network, on Hulu. So, yeah. I haven't got it on anything you can use, mate, unfortunately. Sorry. Oh, knackered today. I think this should be a comfortable win today, by the way. If you look at how Burnley have been getting on, where are Burnley? Here are Burnley. Look at their results. They did lose in the Carabao Cup midweek to Cardiff. I think they made plenty of changes in that game. But before that, a draw against Forest, who've had a poor start to the season anyway. They lost against Liverpool, though Liverpool were jammy in that game. A 95th minute penalty. The jammy fuckers, aren't they? They really are. They lost to United. I mean, I was going to say there's no shame in that. There is shame in that. How the fuck do you lose to this United side? Even we battered them right now. We've not been great. They did beat Sunderland, newly promoted Sunderland. They lost to Spurs as well. So they've had a mixed bag against Forest. It was not a great game of football, but yeah, Jaden Anthony scored. They do play 5 at the back unashamedly. So I think they're leaning on Kyle Walker's pace out wide, but largely they're leaning on the fact that they just defend aggressively. You know, Jaden Anthony's actually had a good start to the season, hasn't he? He's a decent player, to be fair to him. They're gonna be. Well, Ted, I haven't watched them how they play, but in the championship with Scott Parker, they played deep, like incredibly deep. You know, like they just defend and hit and counter attacks. They are, very, very, very physical side. And Scott, and it was a big part of why James Trafford, got so many clean sheets. But it's also because he's a fantastic goalkeeper. They lost a few players, played differently, but it's a very negative way of playing, and I do not judge them for that. I'm a firm believer that people can play whichever they want to. I've never really cared about how teams play football. I only really care if they're kicking you. It's a bit frustrating, but largely play negative if you want to. It's your prerogative, and usually it means it's up to the teams to be better and beat them. Like I never got that. I never got the snobbery about teams playing negative. Like if they want to just defend, then it's up to you. If you can attack better than they can defend, then isn't it? And that's fine. It's 2 different ways to play football. Like anyone that's the kicking you, he gets frustrated. I get the frustration from the players, and I don't even care too much about the time wasting. Mainly because I wouldn't give a shit if my team did it. Like I didn't care about the time wasting City were doing against Arsenal, even though it was barely borderline, because I know it's the gamesmanship. When they're kicking you, I get the frustration then, but also it doesn't. I don't know. It's football, isn't it? It's football. Like if we see players leaving, leaving the foot in occasionally on players, you're like, smart. Especially if you chase United, you'd be like, I'd be doing the same. If it's against Liverpool, you'd be like, yeah, I want to kick Andy Robertson. Of course I do, because he's human nature. So I think we get on a high horse a little bit over that, because we're incredibly tribal people. A couple of minutes now to kick off. I am very much looking forward to this. Up the Blues. A big chance today. Let's have a look at the Premier League table standings. Where is it? There you go. We are currently sat in, as it stands right now, 9th. How did I get to that then? What's going on here? There's the standings. There we go. So 9th, a win today would potentially, depending on results, put us into the top 4, which would be nice. We could go into top 4 today. We are obviously 8 points behind Liverpool already, which is wild, but I'm not worried about that really. I'm just kind of thinking where we could go from here. Like my actual aim for this season isn't actually to get to watch City win the league. I want that to happen, but I want to see City get better. Like if that happens, amazing. I think if City keep getting better, they'll win something this season. I think we've got more chance to win the Champions League than we've got the Premier League right now, which is a mad thing to say, but I don't think it's actually that crazy. Anyway, we are getting ready to go. A minute away from kickoff, if that. I'm looking forward to it. 0-0 or 4-0. Aspie's probably not wrong there. What's your predictions, everyone? I'm going for 3-0 City. I think it will. I think we'll be all right today. Kyle Walker, go on Doku. Rinse him today, Doku. I want to see Kyle Walker, right? A City legend, absolutely, in terms of ability. One of the greatest City defenders ever. He is. But I also think he's a bit of a, and I think that I just never really liked him in the way he handled himself. And I think the fact the way he left during the season was, I think it was selfish. I just don't really, and then the fact that he sort of blamed City as well. Yeah, he blamed. He did. He blamed City for not getting opportunities and all that kind of stuff. He was playing most weeks, so I think there's a lack of awareness there. Oh, they're all. There's Ricky Hatton's family, bless him, on the sidelines. We did evil cat lord. I can't take you seriously, man. I'm not going to just judge your morals when you're called evil cat lord. No, I look. To be honest, if he'd been absolutely fine with City and he had his personal life, I'd ignore it. But the fact that he was always such a knobbin in press conferences as a captain, and then also started to blame City for the way he left, and he ran away from Guardiola, who, you know, this the things that I judge him on. I thought he was a prick for the stuff off the pitch, but it was then also the way that he handled his time at City as well, which made me think, well, you're also a wanker with City, so it's not. I'm not judging him entirely off the pitch stuff. It's the way also he was a captain. I thought he was an absolute terrible captain. I think the things he said often, I was like, are you kidding me? He said a billion things that were just downright almost a borderline offensive to City. And then he tried to say it was City's fault why he left when he just ran away. He lied, said I wasn't playing football. He started like 80% of the games before he left. He was waffling. A man who takes absolutely no responsibility. I've got no respect for anyone who has no respect for other people. And he clearly doesn't. So, yeah, he's a little bitch, Kyle Walker, and he can do one. So, great player. Terrible man. Yeah, I just don't respect Kyle Walker. I think he's clearly a knobhead. Anyway, City, up the Blues. Kyle Walker has no accountability. Like, every quote he has, he comes out and he just seems to blame someone else for something. No awareness. It was all yeah. There's so many. I can't remember them all, but every time he opened his mouth, I feel like you're just annoying people. Great ball from Doku to Foden. Oh, he might have been offside. Was he not? Good start here for City. Lovely Doku pass. He was onside as well, actually. It's a shame we couldn't quite get under his control, Phil. Great run from Phil. That's it, John, for me. Like I thought he was a bit of a knob for the stuff off the pitch, but in terms of like the way he handled himself, City, I had no problems until he came captain. Then he just became awful. He became awful after that. I was like, Jesus Christ! Every time he spoke, I was like, are you genuinely for real? I'm too far for calling him a knob. No, he clearly is a knob, man. The man, like, do you know what he did? Do you genuinely know what he did? He tried to keep a secret family, man. These kids literally have like siblings that they did not know about. Like and then he tried to stop one side of his family coming to see his kids for a World Cup game. It's incredibly immoral stuff, mate. Like, incredibly immoral. As a father, his behaviour is despicable. Despicable stuff, man. Like, it is. I'm sorry. Knob is polite, and I don't make any apologies for that. All the stuff with the other families and secret kids and stuff like that is incredibly unfair. It's incredibly unfair. He's like scumbag stuff, man. Not to mention all the hooker sex parties during the COVID stuff. Like, he's whipping his cock out in public and stuff like that. He's just an absolute bellend, man. Clearly is. He's just an awful person. Just genuinely no accountability at all. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Kyle Walker anymore. Like, gotta let it go before I get a lawsuit. Nicola. It's bad. Yeah, John's right. It's bad. It's not like he just cheated. It's not like he had an affair and, you know, being a silly boy and blah, blah, blah. No, it's way beyond that, man. It's way beyond that. Hey, Nicola. It's like betrayal family stuff. And when you get to that point, beyond betrayal, like, it's just like, come on, man. Like, it's I only care about myself and no one else. Yeah, I lost my patience for all when I read that. You know, some kids wanted to go. One of the kids wanted to go and see his dad play for England, but he couldn't because he was a secret. And I was like, at that point, I was like, that point is, no, sorry, mate, no. At that point, no chance. Be a man, be a person, good person, not a man. Wrong, that's the word. Be a man sounds wrong. Just be a good person, be a dad. I don't think it's even money and fame, mate. I think some people are just full stop. They'll be like that even if they don't have money and fame. Anyway, I want to talk about football because a lot of people aren't here for this, so I'm going to stop talking about it right now. The last thing I'll say is, if you're acting like that, what separates you from animals, really? Just think, you know, we're meant to be a civilized species, you know? Just... Anyway, go on, Savinho. Really good run from Savinho. Oh, Vardio went for a zinger then. Good start from City. Good start from Savinho as well. And Doku, actually. So there's all I can hear is like when windows open. There's at the local cricket pitch near me. There's like a little festival on. It's like it's far away from me, but it's because I live up the hill. The sound's travelling. I can hear it so clearly. I can hear Stone Roses cover band from here. Nicola's right in the chat. I am the best dad in the world. As the most arrogant thing I'll ever say, but I believe it's true. I love being a dad. I'm one of them. I'm not the best, but I'm one of them. I'm in top 1%. Like, Champions League winning level. Dad. I know I am. Sounds so arrogant to say that, but I know it's true. Oh, go on, Doku. Unlucky, mate. By this point, no, Nick, if you're still here, you're not getting out, are you? Let's be honest. You need to get out. It's 3 o'clock and Ruben needs to get out. Love you, beautiful. To Nicola. Don't. Oh, he's out. Oh. Where's he gone out with? Oh, okay. Where have they gone? Let me know. And likewise back at you, Nicola. 100%. Biggest privilege in the world being a dad. Absolutely. Hardest thing you'll ever do, but the best thing in the world. Life just feels a... Oh. This is going to be all City now, by the way. Right, I'm gonna concentrate on work now, Nicola. This is going to be all City. Look, early goal here, and this could be a bit of a rout. My wife in the chat. Love you. Incredible mum as well, by the way. She's at Park. I don't know why. My dad's Welsh. I get it from him. But I think it's just a Gaelic name, isn't it? General. I've got a lot of Irish in my family, actually. No Scottish as far as I know, actually. I think McInerney's Irish, actually, mate. Look, good football from here, City, by the way. Really assertive. I'm liking it. I like City's shape here, man. I like it. No, I don't think there's anything in that. Doc could give it a foul. Oh yeah, everyone's got Irish descent. Everyone's got Irish descent around here. Nico started really nicely. Like his passes are really good. He's won the ball a few times. Yeah, I'm liking what I've seen so far from Nico. 82% possession so far from City. I got a lot of faith in Nico, you know, and I think Pep does too. And Pep talking about his coachability is great, and I think Pep does not invest time in players that he doesn't think he's going to get there, and that sounds really bad actually. Pep will try everyone, but you can see when his passion shines through with a player. You know, if you think it's a player you can get that, you'll see those extra moments on the pitch where they tell him to do that and whatever. If Pep feels there's something there, you'll see a little bit more. And I think there is. I'm just laughing at the super chat from Nickel there, so that takes me back. Banana super chat from Nicola. Just completed Donkey Kong Bonanza actually. Who's using there? Ooh, banana. Timely. Thanks for the super chat to the wife. I'll transfer you the money back, Nicola. Take it out of the joint. That's when we had disposable income years ago. Nicola used to do super chats. I was like, just take it out of the joint account. Go on, Sevilla. You've done really well there. Good play from Savinho. The cross was headed away, so it wasn't like a bad... Well, yeah, well, I guess it was. It was caught by the first man. Nico Riley with a long-range effort. It was a decent effort. Palace beating Liverpool. Nice. Oh, Savinho. Decent effort there for Savinho. Decent chance even. Not a great effort, but it's a decent chance. Palace beating Liverpool. Interesting. Let's have a look. Palace are looking good, aren't they, man? They really are. Sarr. They deserve it based on the stats as well. Look at that. I'll show you now. There you go. 2 big chances to Palace. They've got the goal. Ismaila Sarr. You might have just seen the spoiler. I don't know what's happening yet. I'm not going to look. I don't know anything about it. Who's good? Doku on the ball. Doku. Yes! Walter Foden, your man. Phil Foden. Forced through by Jeremy Doku again. A little bit of luck, but you take it, don't you? Oh, Phil Foden, man. This guy is absolutely on fire. Love you, Philly. Doku again, absolutely pivotal. Look, you make your luck sometimes. This is not a beautiful goal. It's a scruffy goal, but it's a beautiful goal for me right now where I'm at. I don't want to see City win. So Doku gets the ball. He drives at Kyle Walker. He's running and running and running. He scruffs through him. His shot's blocked, saved. It's really good from Doku. Brilliant from Doku again. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Absolutely wonderful. Beautiful. Doku again right now. It's just so good, man. He's involved in absolutely everything, isn't he? It's so satisfying to watch him just cause teams so much trouble. Like, he's on such a reign of form now. The best he's ever been, and he's just... I know there's a little bit of luck there, but I am a firm believer that you make your luck by your persistence, you know? You don't get lucky unless you don't win the lottery unless you buy a ticket and all that kind of stuff. And the relentless of Doku always is such a positive to his game. Building it now. Wrap the game up nice and early if you can, City. Oh, buzzing about that. Is it an own goal? Oh, is it down as an own goal? Ah, no, damn. Ah, is it own goal? It's on Doku, though. So that goes down to Doku then, basically, doesn't it? For forcing it. Rodri's getting a break. Apparently, he might be playing midweek against Monaco. It's just Rodri, they didn't think he was fully fit enough today. There is some precaution. I think they're going to have these moments where Rodri doesn't play because, well, we didn't need him today. Nico was great against Huddersfield. I know it's just Huddersfield, but Nico is more than good enough for Burnley in this game. So definitely an own goal. Oh, yeah, he doesn't touch it, does he, Foden? Savini's done really nicely there. Doku right now is playing one of the best wingers in the world, isn't he, right now? The level that he's playing at. And very impressed with Nico so far. As it currently stands in this form, Nico might not be the best backup six we've ever actually had for Rodri. Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure he won't reach Rodri levels, I don't think, because Rodri's like literally the best in the world. But can he reach top class levels? Absolutely. Do you remember when everyone's like, Pep doesn't rate Nico, he's already binned him off and blah blah blah, etc. Just social media reactions. Look how central O'Reilly was then as well. Did good defending for Walker there, to be fair. Scott Parker is a good looking bloke, yeah. Looks a bit too... I can't explain it. He's a good looking bloke, but he wouldn't be my type if I batted that way, put it that way. Bit too gentrified for me. Looks good in a Barber jacket, but you know, almost like the ideal Tory look. I can't explain it. Wouldn't be my type, Scott Parker, but he's a handsome fella. Can't disagree with Odin. I mean, no one is Rodri. Literally no one. Rodri's a phenomenal player. Ribombi. I'm just going to call you Rib, mate. It's easy. I think this is the way he holds himself, Odin. He looks a bit like he's playing... His face like he's cosplaying Bond. I can't explain it. Like, he's just a bit... Yeah. Don't know. This could like, you want to get to... Is that Pokemon? He definitely does, Odin. Exactly that. It's the sort of Pierce Brosnan haircut, isn't it? There we go. Is that a Pokemon? Didn't know it was a Pokemon, so there we go. I'm not past the first generation, me, unfortunately, mate. The odd second generation Pokemon, mainly first generation, so I won't get it. I'm hoping to get to know more of the Pokemon when the boys grow up and they want to play it all the time, so at that point I'll be fully in. But for now, I'm just OG 150 with a couple of additions after that. Very happy with where City are right now. I think we're in a really good place. I think we're getting better. The possession's really good. Do you remember when everyone was saying basically, my favourite Pokemon? Everyone was saying that basically City weren't going to keep the ball as much these days. It was obviously nonsense. Just the Arsenal game was a one-off. My favourite Pokemon? Taking that question very seriously. I don't think I had a favourite. I always, though, of the OGs, the original three, I always chose Charmander. I think I always preferred to fire one of the original three. I was never Blastoise. I've forgotten what the grass one's called. Blastoise. No, what's the actual first? Original Pokemon. Bulbasaur. How did I forget Bulbasaur's name? I'm shocking. Go on, Reinders. Ooh. Squirtle. I mean, Squirtle or Charmander. Bulbasaur. I never liked Bulbasaur. How did I forget Bulbasaur? I had Blastoise in my head, which is like the final evolution. Big fan of Psyduck, obviously. Because he's mental. Psyduck was yeah. Go on, Doku. Doku's just Skinwalker. I'm just showing a Pokemon. You've got me there. Pokemon, it's alright. Go on, Doku's at Walker again. What was that, Ruben? It's a good start from City. This it's very control. Oh, I was obviously a big fan of the big dude, who just sat in front of the road. I forgot his name. You have to wake him up with a whistle. Why have I forgotten Pokemon's names? I'm Snorlax. What a dude. Quite liked a Gyarados as well. Actually, just remembered. The magic one was good fun as well, with the spoons. Don't let Kyle Walker shoot you, idiots. Kyle Walker having a long range shot blocked. He's scoring today if you let him shoot. Alakazam, that's it. Onyx was a good lad. Meowth was a good lad as well, Meowth. Mainly if you get the Team Rockets dudes. Do you know what as well? As much as you're going about Pokemon, man, like, Pikachu is just a fucking legend, isn't he? You know what I mean? Pikachu is... I know he's like the obvious one, but he's the obvious one for a reason. He's just a cracking Pokemon. Fair play. You know, I'm not going to be too cool with this. I think Pikachu's just a cracking Pokemon, so... Well, I mean, Nunes isn't the worst fullback or fake fullback you've ever seen, because he isn't. He's, no one's. I don't think everyone's. Well, anyone sensible has never said Nunes is a terrible fullback. He's just not ever going to be a top class fullback. I don't think. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I did watch Detective Pikachu. It was perfectly fine for a kids movie. Oh, go on, Doku. Oh, lucky Doku. Oh, Nico Gonzalez shot deflected. Just wide of the post. Doku great again with the counter there. Gets his shot away. Unbelievable. A bit of luck again from Doku there, but he's forced it. It was a good shot as well from Doku, actually. Good Pokemon lore there, Wonder of You. Which is a mad evolution, isn't it? Oh! Ah! Oh! Nico Gonzalez flicks on. Harlan can't quite get to it. Delaying the stream. Well, I'm 30 seconds behind the actual game, Irush, and I think YouTube's 7 seconds behind what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So when I record on YouTube, it takes 7 seconds for what I'm saying to happen on screen. So I'm 30 seconds behind the real life, I think. 30 to 40 seconds behind real life. What's actually happening at the Etihad right now? I think it's Nunes. You're right, Rib, but to the point of where I don't think. I think it's a mental thing. I just don't think he has the mentality to be a world class fullback. I think he switches off and makes mistakes. And at his age, he's not that young, is he? How old is he? 26, 27? Maybe. I just don't see him ever stopping making those mistakes because I think it's just part of who he is mentally. Maybe I'm wrong there, but he just doesn't strike me as the guy you rely on. Whereas, for example, Kusanov is not Nunes ability-wise, but Kusanov is reliable. Like, some players are just reliable. And you see it even at a young age. I don't think it's a positional thing either, Nunes. I think it's entirely just a ability thing. A chance to whip across in here. I mean, I don't think any of that, even then, blue lightsaber, I think he's overthinking it. I think it's just not even... He can defend decently well. It's just entirely a mentality thing, switching off. Some people lose focus, and some people do, and some people don't. Like, not everyone is... It's a mentality thing. I do not think you can teach conviction to the level that you need to be an elite winner. Focus, assisting conviction comes from... It's a mental thing. And Nunes... His brain will let him down sometimes. We've got enough evidence at this point. We've got 2-3 years of evidence at this point to know that Nunes is just a decent player, but he's not ever going to be a world-class player. It's not a time thing. It's just very obvious. And let's be honest as well. It's not like at any point in his career has he ever looked like he's going to be world-class either. You know, he hasn't. It's not like he was tearing the world apart at Wolves. You know, he was like, oh my God, this guy's special. Someone's going to have to get him. Then he's lost confidence. He's just like a good player. So I think we just took a bit of a punt and it hasn't really worked out on a good player, but who won't ever be more than good, which is fine. I'm going to have a Twix. You have to accept that right now because I want it. I think the mistake we make sometimes is presuming everything's coachable. It just isn't. Otherwise, every player that comes to a top club would end up world class. Just isn't. Like, you can't. Every player you can't make it to the top because ultimately quality and mentality. You can't coach every player into a great player. You can make him a decent player into a good one, maybe a good one into a pretty good one. But they all do have to be very good players to end up world class, like Young. Oof, Walker's Foden's just caught Walker's foot. We hurt each other there, haven't they? Is Phil alright? I only saw the Phil connection. I actually agree with the analysis there. Like both Foden and Walker semi didn't commit to it, and they both caught each other at the same time. Like I say, but I actually think that's true. We did have an incredible. We had an incredible amount of talent at one point. We got a bunch of generational players. David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, all these players, Fernandinho, all of them have had shouts of being the best in their position in the league at some point. All of them. That is a ridiculous level of talent. Like, I think the amount of hits that we had in a row was so high that you probably can't repeat that forever. You can try to get close. Then we had an absurd run of talent. That and I think we've missed out on transfers that I think could have got us there potentially. João Neves is a great example. We signed him. Bruno Guimaraes. Like, imagine City's midfield if 2 years ago we'd signed João Neves, Bruno Guimaraes, and I'm trying to think of someone else. Oh, we got Adam Wharton in the summer, so our midfield was Rodri, Nico. I don't know, that level of talent. Like Bruno Guimaraes 2 years ago, I think was more. Going back, I'm gonna go wind back a little bit. Like, I don't. You can't make a 6 out of 10 player a 10 out of 10 player. You can't. It's too much of a leap. You could probably make him about a 7.5. You know, just because it's very hard to get to. I don't think Paqueta actually was. I don't think Paqueta ever could be a 9 out of 10 player. I think Paqueta is a 7 out of 10 player. You could probably get to an 8. You know, but I just don't feel he has world class potential. I think he's too inconsistent. But I think he could become a good player. But people like Gundogan, you know, David Silva was already an 8.5 out of 10 player when he signed for City, and he ended up a 9.5. De Bruyne was already 8.5, if not 9, and he ended up a 10 out of 10. You know, this is the level that Guardiola takes him to. Guardiola's not turning guys with 5 out of 10 into 10 out of 10. He's not, because no one could do that. Guardiola will be the first to admit it himself. Rodri joined Manchester City already as one of the best midfielders in La Liga. He was excellent for Atletico Madrid. He was like their best midfielder, one of the best in La Liga. So he was already a 8 out of 10 midfielder, Rodri. And Guardiola, actually, because of his own freak, and Rodri as well, he polished him, and he ended up a 10 out of 10, which can happen. But he was already 8 out of 10. Like, you can't make a guy who's only 5, 6 out of 10 a 10 out of 10. It's just not going to happen because they're 5 out of 10 for a reason, because they're just not that good enough, you know? And do you know what? Paqueta might be a level better than Nunes, but Nunes as a midfield is a 5.5, 6 out of 10 by Premier League. He's a 6 out of 10. If Five's bang on average for midfield in Premier League, he's not much higher than that. Nunes, he was maybe a 6 out of 10. But Paqueta's probably a 7.5 out of 10. But is he going to be a 9.5? Probably not. And I think the proof would have been maybe his age and where he was at. Some players can do that, but it takes like, and I guess we got a lot of 6, 7 out of 10s where like or players with no real headroom. Like Kovacic was already a 7.5 sometimes an 8, but I don't think he was ever going to get much better because of his age and so on. He wasn't going to get higher than an 8.5. You know, like you can sort of see when someone's limit is. Whereas you see someone like Joao Neves, if we'd signed him, or Bruno Guimaraes is a great example to me of a player who, if he was an 8 out of 10 2 years ago, if Guardiola signed him, by now you're talking about Bruno Guimaraes at a minimum 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 level player. Maybe not quite 10 out of 10, maybe. But I think Bruno Guimaraes had that ability and that understanding of but he had understanding, like he had the understanding, the intelligence of the Premier League to become much better given his age, and he was already one of the better midfielders in the league, you know. I mean, it's not conspiracy theory, but it's just probably true, mate. Like, great players don't like missing out, so they use it as motivation. I mean, of course they do. Yeah, Rodri would have been gutted to not play in that Champions League final, and he was already on the way to that, level anyway, because that's who he is. He's going to get there. What level was Kevin Phillips? Well, Calvin Phillips, in hindsight, he obviously wasn't that good. He was probably a Leeds level midfielder, slightly above average, 5.5, 6 out of 10. And I think we realised quickly. And also, he proves my point about international football. International football's crap. Like, trust me on that. International football is largely shit. It just is. And by shit, I mean most international sides, unless you're Spain or Germany or whatever, most of them would struggle against most Premier League sides because Premier League sides are organised. Look, if they played every single week in the Premier League and got coached every single week, yes, they'd be better, given the collection of players. But in a one-off game, Brentford would probably beat England. And I'm not exaggerating there. Because Brentford play together every week and have structure and tactics and organisation and understanding. International football does not have that. International football is a collection of random players with no cohesion, so it's mainly vibes. And it's unorganised. And sometimes, this is why you see really average players become cult heroes for the... This is why you see people like Hal Robson-Khan, who scored a great goal at the Euros for Wales, and everyone knows his name, when he's a bang average footballer. It happens because international football is so crap compared to high-level football that it allows these players with the lack of organisation to become stars and whatever. And I truly believe that. And Calvin Phillips... great for England, but England is just playing for England is not the same as playing for Manchester City. Like, look, playing for England when you're playing against fucking, I don't know, Peru or wherever, and then playing against, I can't even think, Moldova, all these teams, or Sweden randomly, like Sweden, like most Swedish players don't get anywhere near the Premier League, and you forget, like, if you have a certain skill set and the game's open, you can ping passes around because there's no Fuck me. 1-1. There we go. Been interrupted in my rant there because Burnley have equalised. Jadon Anthony, as I was saying before the game, he's scoring goals for them. Big space down that side. Nunez can't stop the cross. Anthony's got there ahead of Diaz, I think it is. You've got to stop the cross there. Oh, it's deflected in off Diaz. Diaz got the block, but it's gone in. You got to stop the cross there. That comes from stopping the cross. A lack of stopping the cross. Come on, man. That's poor City. That's not Nunez's fault. You got to stop. How's it Diaz's fault over more than Nunez? Nunez didn't stop a cross. I don't think it's great from either of them, to be honest. Diaz got to the shot, blocked it, but it came off his leg. You got to stop the cross there, mate. I mean, it's just poor from City, full stop. Right, it can happen. Teams can score a goal against you. It's not the end of the world. Just go and score another. Teams can score a goal. It's not the end of the world. Just go and you can be the best team in the world and Burnley can score against you. It can happen. Just go and score at the other end. Go on, Doku. Oh, Haaland. It's not easy, that. He's absolutely skied it, but it's not easy. Ah, so frustrating that, isn't it, man? It's so frustrating. Quick response, City. Quick response needed. I don't mind us conceding the goal if it's going to happen every now and then, but I do mind as if we're not going to react to it. Come on, City, man. I've seen that a billion times with your statement, mate. Keeper just coming out and then decided to collect it inside the box. I'm not even sure if Nunes is out of position there in Normski. I think he just doesn't stop the cross. Which is, I mean, it can happen. A cross can go through your legs, but... Reinders dribble to no one. Gatone, thanks for the super chat, mate. I'm sure it came before the capitulation. Favourite memory moment as a blue, except 93-20 treble. The Gundogan one, actually, mate. There's a few watching game. Look, the one I've enjoyed the most. There's a few watching trophies when City win trophies with my dad, but the actual one for me the most was probably actually the Gundogan at Villa game because I was working for City that day. So and 2-0 down, working for City TV, and yeah, I celebrated with the players on the pitch at the end of the game. It's the loudest I've ever heard to say in football. Yeah, incredible, mate. Absolutely astonishing. So that one, yeah. I mean, I think we sort of know. think we know the team sort of isn't good, if that makes sense. Like, in terms of what we want to be, but it's whether we can get there or not, isn't it? That's the thing. That's poor. Got to be better with that pass there, mate. Come on, City, man. That was one of the best games I've ever seen in the T1. Yeah, you're right. I'm not bad, KS said. It's a little bit frustrated right now. I think City have been a bit too predictable. They were sort of cruising, but cruising within themselves. And they're taking the foot off the gas, and Burnley gone at the other end. Look, goals can happen. It doesn't matter how good you are. Like a cross can go through a defender's legs. And I'm a sort of firm believer in general that if a player is tight, sometimes you can't be everywhere that a cross is. And the fact is, to defend Diaz and defend Nunes, they both got over to the man. The ball went through Nunes' legs, which is frustrating. And Diaz did get to the ball to block it, but it deflected off and went in. Like, you have to... It is very hard to be everywhere on the pitch. And you can't always be, like, skin tight on someone. You can be very close to them. It's not like I have a player in yards of space. So as much as it's frustrating, I don't think it was an abysmal goal. The timing was abysmal, but it can happen is what I'm saying. Goals, everyone concedes goals. But my issue is more the play around it. You know, I don't ever lose frustration over a goal conceded. I lose frustration the fact that we've not played that well in this half. You know, like we weren't playing sensationally, and then Nunes and Diaz fucked us up. If that makes sense. Oh no, I think Nunes should stop the cross. 100% chaotic. I do. I think he does. I mean, I think even the best fullbacks in the world will have a cross go for legs. Is what I'm on about. It'll happen every now and then. Oof, Phil, that's poor to Doku there. You got lucky, mate. Doku's getting a lot of luck today with the ball bouncing through to him. I think Nunes was weak. I think it was weak, unfortunately. But I think that's what you get from Nunes defensively. Nunes having a stinker. I haven't got time for FPL, mate. I've also never really liked FPL, I'll be honest with you. I don't really like it. I find it boring. So, I know a lot of people love FPL, but I'm just not interested. I play it for 2 weeks every year and get bored of it. I don't know why I bother. Yeah. Not good, that. You know, we need to be better than that, don't we? Not a good half of football at all. I'm expecting an awful lot more in that second half of City, because ultimately that was just not really City's level at all. Not a good half of football. Yeah, just not a good half of football at all, really, to be honest. We need to be much better than that. And look, it was reasonably comfortable, but then again, you're sort of strolling around. But if you take your foot off the brake, that's what's going to happen. It just isn't. Like, you have to be more assertive than that. The effort was reasonably there, but the inspiration, the ideas, just poor. I'm not happy with that at all, basically. When you actually cut down to what's actually happened in that half of football so far, City have offered essentially nothing. They had Doku a couple of moments where he's ran at people and got through, but we need to be better than Doku running at people and getting through, because it's not really sort of an idea. It's not a way to approach the game when your chances come from Doku sort of wriggling through people, and that's basically it. And at one point as well, we were keeping the ball quite well, but that's even gone a little bit. We've gotten a little bit scrappy. And then, look, the thing is, if you play so passively and don't really create anything other than give the ball to Docker and run, you get moments like this where they can just go, well, what if we do get forward? All it takes is one cross down City's weak side and it ends up in the back of the net. I thought City started quite nicely. We were parking them back a little bit. We were probing. We got the early goal. And it was a reasonably decent early goal. Doku sort of forced it. It was an own goal, of course, as well. But at that point in the game, we probably deserved it because City were very territorial. They were penning them back a little bit. But after that, we really switched off a little bit. Got a little bit sloppy. We weren't progressing the ball quite as nicely. And it was petering around, not much happening. And we were all reasonably relaxed, thinking, it's going to be not a stroll or such, but, it was going okay. Until, they went up the other end and scored, because we're not taking it seriously enough. And the goal itself is just a bit limp. I don't mind City conceding goals every now and then. It's going to happen. Every team in the world, as I say during the game, every team is going to concede a goal. But I mind what led to it. I mind the poor build-up play. I mind the lack of ambition going forward. I do mind flailing your leg at the ball as well. You try and stop a cross. Diaz a little bit. I'd have to see it back. Nunez gets across his man. Diaz gets to his crosses man. Diaz needs to maybe be a little bit more assertive. Nunez absolutely just has not flailed a leg at it, but I don't think Nunez is a natural defender. Like Kusanov stops that, of course he does, because Kusanov is an actual good defender. But this is where City are at right now with the options that we've got. And it's reasonably jammy, of course. It's deflection off the defender. It's not an abysmal goal, but it's how it came about and why it came about. Like if City were peppering the goal and scoring loads, and one cross went through a defender's leg and the shot deflected off our defender's leg in the back of the net, you think frustrating, but at least we're battering them and playing really well. But we're not. That's the thing, and that's where I'm at. So I think it compounds the frustration from a really just uninspired performance. Especially given the fact that, by the way, Palace are beating Liverpool, and apparently deservedly so as well. So Liverpool are going to turn right around, of course, but a chance to actually, gain some ground would be nice, wouldn't it? You got to take that, and as you said, Sammy, as well. Yeah, Haaland's barely had a sniff. Look, I'm not just saying for the sake of it. I always try and call as I see it. As I don't think it's an egregiously bad goal to concede. It's an egregiously bad goal to concede at that time, given the performance around it. The two things can be true at the same time. So that's where I'm at with that goal. It's just annoying. It's annoying because we took our foot off the pedal, and we need to be better than that. And I'm looking at their goal right now. So it goes out wide. Nunez gets across to him. It's just really, it's a really poor attempt to stop it across, isn't it? We always want every defender to intercept every cross, but you can't be everywhere on the pitch. But once again, I'm going around. It's the bit around it. If the tactics are literally just give the ball to Doku and hope for the best. Is that really an option? Is that really how we're going to play? I don't know. I'm not convinced about that. We need to be a little bit better than that. I want more from Phil. Savino's had a pretty poor. Savino's got a habit of running into crowded spaces and doing nothing, but he's very good at getting a bit of space and then not making enough with it. I'm looking at Crystal Palace Liverpool highlights here, by the way, half time, and Crystal Palace are all over Liverpool. They've been the better side by a way. So there's a decent chance, is what I'm saying, that if we win this, if we actually turn up, we pull back some points here. Not that I'm expecting City to, challenge Liverpool, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it, as a momentum builder? Docky's been good. Yeah, he's been really good. He's been the best player. Tom's at the game. He said, I'm at the game. Felt like it was coming when we stepped off the pressure. 20 minutes in, I thought we would be clear going at half time. Well, that's how we felt, didn't it? And I think that is where I feel the players were going through the motions a little bit. They felt, that, this is reasonably comfortable. We're doing all right here. Carry on playing how we are. We'll get the second soon and we'll stroll it. It's never conscious, but these are subconscious decisions, and these are a good example of the team not accepting something or realising the danger on show. Like, you have to be a lot more assertive. You have to be a lot more switched on to the dangers and what can happen. And I'm not saying, that they aren't consciously aware of it, but subconsciously taking it easier. We're not as good as we think we are, We're not. Like, danger, what's it called? I'm looking for a word, but the sense of danger is just not there. We're not feeling it. We're too relaxed. We haven't got a reason. We have to be killers, basically. We have to be killers. I don't think we'd ever play O'Reilly at right back, but I'm not sure how we play at right back, but either way, I think in January we go for a right back for what it's worth. 100% we should do. We've got a place in the squad for it. Go big on January if you can find anyone. We can buy an overseas right back as well. We have to win this, absolutely, John. I 1,000,000,000% agree. We have to win this. And it's not even because we're chasing anything down. It's just because of where the team's going right now. Like, dropping points against Burnley right now. It's weird. It's a blow to what is what I'll say, but it's just a step back in the build-up. To what end, I don't really know. But what I do know is that it's inexcusable, and it happens. We move on, of course, if we don't win today. But there's no way this team should not be able to beat Burnley at home. Yeah, that's the thing, Chaotic. The team of 2 years ago is too good to coast. Well, he has De Bruyne and Rodri 2 years ago and Gundogan, and they're going to win anyway. They're going to coast and win. We brought in Donna for shots. We sacrificed the build-up play for this. I don't even think Donnarumma's had anything to do with this, mate. Like, Donnarumma's got nothing to do with this performance. Like, we are getting the ball to our centre-backs absolutely fine. The centre-backs are getting the ball to our midfielders absolutely fine. It's from that point onwards where we're not keeping the ball smart enough. This is clearly not a centre-back, can they keep the ball? Burnley aren't high-pressing us into problems here. Like, Donnarumma's not being pressed by fucking Jadon Anthony and giving the ball away. This has absolutely nothing to do with Donnarumma. It's entirely on the people from the middle of the pitch upwards in terms of how we're progressing the ball. But this is clearly not a build-up issue from centre-back. It's a build-up from the actual outfield players. Like, Ederson wasn't popping up on the halfway line and getting the ball off Rodri and dictating play. Ederson was giving the ball to fucking Vardy and Diaz like everyone else. Occasionally, he'd maybe pass it to Rodri instead or whatever. But this is definitely not a Donnarumma issue. This is definitely an outfield players issue. The midfielders and the attack aren't connecting. This is Savinho being wasteful. This is Reinders being wasteful. This is Nico Gonzalez not being Rodri. This is Phil not getting the ball as much as he needs to. This is clearly more than just the goalkeeper can't pass the ball as well as Ederson. It's nothing to do with Donnarumma, this. Absolutely not. We just need to be better. A lot of this is a mentality thing. I do think there's an element as well, if we're being honest. Like, Savinho is talent. I think he's got a lot of talent, but he's been wasteful. He's been wasteful. If we had, elite level right winger right now, someone playing the same form as Doku has, we're probably 2-0 up, not 1-1. Well, I think we all know about Nunes at this point, AB. Anyone pretend otherwise, he's been a bit silly. Nunes is a decent footballer, but he's never going to be a great one. And decent ones get exposed every now and then. And it's not his fault. I think he's a perfectly likeable man. Yeah, it is what it is. He's just a weak link. I feel very crazy that anyone pretends otherwise at this point. Like, there's so much evidence. Certain players, right, even if they don't do anything terribly wrong, they're always just there at the scene of the crime, as the saying goes. And that's your man Nunes. It feels like something bad happens to City. Nunes is there at some point looking a bit confused. And I feel sorry for him. I truly do. But I think we need to stop pretending that this guy is anything other than just an average footballer who tries his best. Bob on, someone said, yeah, maybe Sammy. I think Bob has to do better for what it's worth. Look, Macassar and Makeda aren't seeing the light of day, mate, unless City go get 2-3 goals clear. which is a shame because I think they could have saw him today, but it's not going to happen unless City come out of the block flying and kill the game off. It's a shame because I'd love to have seen Makaido today at home. It feels very unlikely right now. Nuno's playing up. This is on Pep. I wouldn't put it on Pep personally, given the fact that he hasn't been given a right back. I'd put it on City for not signing a right back. I don't think Pep's decision not to sign a right back. I think that was City scouring the market inside. There isn't any. So, City and fullback issues. You know, the bench isn't the best today either, no. I mean, looking at the bench. There's not much on the bench, I would argue, yeah. You know, what's the Ake, Stones, Rico, Kovacic, Bernat. Who's really changing the game there? Oscar might do at home. He might be a little bit better than Savinho right now. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's not much there. I miss Kusanov too. Kusanov's on the pitch, that doesn't happen because that's a proper defender who knows how to stop a cross. Maybe Stone should have played right back today. Yeah, maybe. I don't think he's there, is he? Not the worst shout in the world. Yeah, I mean, the bench isn't good. The bench is weak. We're missing a whole bunch of quality. You think about the players not available today. No Rodri there, ain't Nori there, no Marmouche there, no Shirky. It's an awful lot of quality that's not involved today that would make a difference on that bench. I still think we'll win. I expect it to come out a lot more assertively. But the fact of the matter is that we're not creating chances in this game today. Yeah, Marmouche is on the bench today. He comes on and probably scores for us. Bernardo might make a difference. I know you might laugh at that, but Bernardo is, there's a level of experience there that I would trust. On my stream, by the way, I'm just getting adverts for Taco Bell, and I've never cared about Taco Bell in my life ever. And I'm just seeing this chicken cantina thing, and I really want it. Cantina chicken. I'm starving, and I want a Taco Bell now. Am I wrong to want a Taco Bell? I don't think I've ever had Taco Bell in my life. I agree with Delapo as well. Delapo, Asani says, let's just breathe. I agree. We need to breathe. Reinders, I agree, he needs to go up a level fact checker. He does. Reinders is obviously talented, but he looks a little bit lost in the hustle and bustle of the Premier League so far, Reinders. Like, he looks great in pre-season and so on, but the Premier League looks... Taco Bell's not a want, it's a need. Is he that good, Taco Bell? I don't know, man. It's not an English thing, really. I know we've got one in the Arndale, but never really migrated towards it. The Stones thing, I'll take that as a pinch of salt, mate. I have no idea there. I don't think we're going to offer Stones a contract personally. I don't think we will do. I don't think it might happen, but I don't think it will personally. Oh, I think we are missing Rodri today. It's very obvious, isn't it? I don't think Nico Gonzalez has done much wrong. I mean, I'll have a look. I think it's like Nico Gonzalez. He's got a little bit. He started the game really, really nicely. But he's got a little bit sloppier. All I can hear. So there's a local cricket club, and they've got a festival on cover bands. I'm looking to see here a Coldplay covers band going on right now outside. I can hear lights will guide you home, and I will try to fix you. Come on, City. What's Pep got for you today? No changes by the looks of it. Reinders is a bit too sloppy right now for my liking. Right, come on, City. And I'll get to your super chat in a minute, Sayak. Rodri is not quite fully fit today, Hassan. He'll be fine for midweek, but I think it's take it easy after 3 difficult games territory. Underway. Sayak with the super chat says, Any idea why City didn't sell Savinho for 70 million when we had Bob, Docu, Bernard, and Phil with an offensive right back? You can all play there. Well, we didn't have an offensive right back. We haven't got one. You could call Nunes that, but Nunes isn't good enough to be called an offensive right back, in my opinion. He's just a right back and a not very good one. So I'll take that. But Phil can still play there. I agree. Well, it comes down, if you believe what it is, it's very personal. My honest opinion is I think City didn't sell Savinho because they didn't get Rodrigo. I think if Rodrigo said yes, I want to come, I think City would have accepted it. But I think City also fucking hate Spurs, and some things are just personal. Spurs are fucking hated by City, and I respect that to an extent. I think there's nothing wrong with hating on someone if you want to. Oh, here we go. They're going forward here, Burnley. Oof. So I think there's that, and I think they felt they could squeeze more money out of the players. Yeah, in hindsight, it might not be the best idea, but I just don't know. I don't know. Who knows? You'll have to ask. City. I have no idea, mate. City hate Spurs. Well, they hate Daniel Levy, actually. Daniel Levy's gone now, so I reckon maybe it was now it would have happened instead. Come on, City, anyway. Oh, the Kane stuff was ridiculous. So City once described, a City official, secretly, described dealing with Spurs like having a piss and seeing blood in it, which is an incredibly bleak and grim description and metaphor. Going to the toilet and seeing blood in your piss was the word, actually, which is horrible way to put it, but I think the imagery is quite vivid. So, basically awful. And I think it's personal. So you take it. I think there's a lot. I mean, some people just want to hate, and I think City want to hate. Some people at City want to hate Daniel Levy, and I don't know. I'm not going to give up on like the idea of Savinho. It'd be. We'll see. We'll see. Hit the mic saying, Haaland, Haaland, Haaland. Docky did well with the cross there. Come on, Savinho. Oh, you got to beat your man with a cross there. I don't think Pep's finished, no. I don't, Tony. I think genuinely he just hasn't got a team good enough for him. I truly believe that. I think the players aren't as good. I don't think it's on Pep. I think the drop-off has been immense. And I think some of that is Pep's mistakes, but that doesn't mean his ability as a coach is finished. No, I think we just haven't got the players that we used to have. And I think it's mad to say that because I think we're only reacting to this half of football where we're all buzzing, last week. So I'm wary of emotional reactions to a game that we're only 50 minutes into without some key players again and lots of injuries. No idea, Osman. Couldn't answer the question for you, mate, but it can't harm. I'm not a financial expert. Hold on a sec, let me just grab something. I need to check the plug something. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that Walker was the biggest mistake of his career. I think he's made much worse than that, personally. I think the Champions League final was a much bigger mistake. Randomly telling Gundogan I hadn't played midfield for a year and a half to suddenly play number 6 and make a big change. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes of Gundogan's career. So Guardiola's career, I think the Champions League final was a disaster. Changing it up, mixing it up, and changing what got us to the Champions League final was ridiculous. I think it was a huge mistake. Guardiola's biggest mistake is the Champions League final against Chelsea. Most of the things that I put down to Guardiola are actually City's not signing players, like sporting directors not overruling him and stuff like that. And Guardiola's biggest mistake wasn't Walker. It was more insisting on keeping some of the guys after the treble, not necessarily Walker, a lot of them. We should have been like, no, you're moving on. Multiple players. Rhinos did well. They're getting back. I think Nigel's been very, very smart and mature there. Nigel said, I'm not exactly happy with this, but I think it's the kind of result performance that we need to accept is going to happen in a transition season. Billion%, mate. You're a very smart voice of reason. We don't have to like it. We don't have to pretend it's good. But I think what's going to happen, progression. Can I draw? I wish I could draw on here. But like progression will be like that. Up, then down. Then up, and then down. Then sometimes down. Then sometimes up again. Like that line is going to be fucking wobbly, man. It's going to be bumpy. Like as City get better as a side, there are going to be some pretty fucking bumpy cracks in the road. And let's be honest. Let's not act like City at the very best in our performances like this too. We did. I saw City look really poor in the first half of games, even with our world class players, where we didn't create many chances. And it was too easy. Then we turned it around. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this isn't something that isn't normal. We'll just have to keep at it, and we'll see if anything happens. I think Michael's just trolling, surely. I think he's just trolling Michael. Boo to you, Michael. Not much from City here, genuinely. Need a bit more. Fun enough, the young lad Makadu, it's never going to happen in a million years, but he's so talented. I genuinely wouldn't mind seeing him. He's such a skillful little winger. But he's a young lad. He's a baby still, Good. Just safe from Donnarumma. Long range effort from Hartman. This is the game. If Echeverri had stayed, he'd be coming on, wouldn't he, Echeverri? 100%. That's not going well, is it, at Leverkusen for him? Early days, though, still. You agree? I agree, Blue. Let's say the right side's piss poor. When Nunes did get over that, then we hit the first man with a cross. Probably not much lightsabers, and nothing much will happen because we're not getting the ball that much at the moment anyway. Haller's not happy at all with his teammates. Nothing on that at all from O'Reilly. Fuck off and crack on. Oh, there was a running behind for O'Reilly. Football wasn't good enough then. So Doku came short, O'Reilly overlapped, and like... Nice footwork from Foden. Fucking hell, there's no quality there. Real lack of quality. Yeah, City definitely tries to be more urgent here, you can tell. Where's the fight, man? Come on, City. Fucking get into him. Nice push from Diaz. It feels like all the passes right now are lacking. Like, what elite players do is they pass it to you exactly where you need it to do the next thing. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, a lot of players who aren't great, like Reinders is a very good player, he's not great yet, but I feel like his passes reach the target, but they always sort of like, the player has to take a slight second to control themselves, because even though it's an accurate pass, it isn't quite in their stride, or the pass is slightly too powerful. Like, a lot of the players in the City side currently do that, where they're making the passes, but like De Bruyne had this incredible ability, and David Silva and Gundogan, all these players have this incredible ability just to the weight of the pass was always just exactly as the player needed it. And that is like, that more than pass accuracy is also what makes, Rodri better than Nico Gonzalez. Like, Nico Gonzalez, you might end up having 95% pass accuracy, and he's a good player, Nico Gonzalez, but what makes him not, his passes aren't as valuable as Rodri's is that. It's the difference in the quality or the precision or the timing and all that kind of stuff. It's when to pass, the accuracy, not the accuracy, the weight of the pass, all these things. And I see a lot with this City side where I'm like, yeah, Reinders, nice football, squared back to Reinders' edge area, but he's just placed it over the side of his foot. So that's Rodri there instead, by the way, of Reinders. Rodri's skied it before too, but you feel like that moment there, he's placing that in the bottom corner, isn't he? Phil's not played well today either. He's like, a lot of things he's trying isn't coming off. I love Phil, but we can't pretend, his pass has been off. A couple of decent moments, but he's been off, Go on, Doku. Go on, City. Mateus Nunes! Cafunes! Mateus, I've never doubted you, you beautiful man. I did see a spoiler. Couldn't help but laugh as I saw the name. Mateus Nunes, you world-class footballer. I'm very happy for him. Truly, genuinely happy for him. Lovely stuff. Well, look, City have stepped up and deserved that, you know. Doku picks out with Phil Foden. Phil Foden, a little bit of composure. Vardiol to the back post. Haaland wins the header. And big Haaland winning the header. Nunes, fucking great finish. A beautiful finish. Genuinely happy for him. A really good goal. Haaland's done really well to win the header there. And Nunes with a beautiful finish. I'm genuinely buzzing for him. Like, as much as I feel like he isn't good enough, I do genuinely. You don't say screw you, Sayak. That's just not fair, man. Because I don't want him to not succeed. Like, I obviously want him to succeed. This is the thing. I do. I truly do. Like, I want every City player to succeed. Because why? Because I'm a fucking City fan. Like, I want Nunes to be the best right back in the world. So when he scores, I'm buzzing for him. Especially after he's making a mistake, by the way, because I think his confidence, he needs it. Savino off for Bob, by the way. Exactly, that's how I feel, John. I still don't think he's good enough, but I like him, you know, and I'm happy for him. Big Haaland with the assist, by the way. Oscar Bob on. Ah, come on, City. Right, you know. Up the game now. Get another. That's a foul. It's such a cynical foul, isn't it? On So anyone who's been watching the stream since the start now will understand the lore, what's going on behind. There's a music festival currently playing outside my window. And now there's an Arctic Monkeys cover band going on. So I've got Get On Your Dancing Shoes in my head. That's the latest. Coldplay cover band's finished, and now it's Arctic Monkeys cover band. I really wish I was there, actually. Unironically. I should have gone with the family. I should have skipped this and just gone. Shut up, Odin. Shut up. Gareth Barrett, I mean, I'd love a bit of Gaz Baz back. Gaz Baz would bring a bit of maturity this side. Goal, your mum. Agree, chaotic. No, Walker's been fine today, we're being totally honest. Walker actually suits this Burnley side to an extent, you know, where it's a little bit because he's not quite as open as he used to be. And he's got experience. Fuck off, Odin. Oh, there's a real one! Oscar fucking Bob! Oscar Bob! Oscar Bob! Beautiful stuff! Fuck off, Odin. Sorry, mate. Go on, Oscar! Yes, Oscar! Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. Beautiful finish as well. Is that a Nunes assist too? Nunes assist as well. Oh, it's an own goal, isn't it? Was that an own goal, or? Is that another own goal? Still, I'm chuffed for still at least Nunes. So Syed with a super chat saying Nunes one of the best young right backs in the world. I love it, mate. Absolutely love it. Anyway, let me update the scores on the screen and stuff. I'm hoping another one and we get to see McKay do. Get the young lad on. Because that's what we need to see. Walker's overlapping. Nico Riley's caught him. Well done, Nico Riley. Kill the game off, City. Ake's coming on. Probably the right shout, actually. I get it. Don't concede here, City. Two on goals for Esteve. Steve. Me when I spend too much time online. Minecraft guy when he discovers the internet. It's a really good cross from Oscar Bob, that. Unlucky. Doku's done really well. Look, if anyone's done it, it's probably Richard Dunn, mate. I don't know. The Nununda. Jesus. Heck. By the way, Heck, I saw you doing the Donkey Kong thread the other day. I remembered it because I completed Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've just started the end game. Good fun. Good fun. Go away. I don't trust Odin anymore. I just don't trust him, mate. I think you might be telling the truth as well. I just don't trust Odin. Did you try and spell Nader Manure there, mate? Because I'm annoyed by that. Harder. Right, I've been serious, guys. I've just heard a bang downstairs and my house is empty. Truly have. So this is a genuine, real thing here. If I'm not back in a minute, you have to find Nicola McInerney and message her on social media, alright? I'm being 100% truthful there. Alright, you all got the memo. I'm just going to check no one's broken into my house. Is that okay? I'm pretty certain they haven't, but I just heard a bang downstairs and I want to make sure no one's broken into my house. So you have to find my wife on social media and message her. Because I'm going to check no one's broken into my house. we're good. Stand down. We're all fine. Don't know what it was. Might be something falling over somewhere, but I heard a bang. Could have been one of Ruben's toys falling over. It always happens. We're fine. Just haunted. Yeah, you should, the guy. There was someone down there. Quick. Do you know what I did to frighten him off? Showed him United's form was under hammering. Way! Look, one look at the form, legged it. There we go. Call True Geordie round to check. What's he going to do? Just say something incredibly inappropriate to him? Reveal his fantasies? If you know, you know. Bonk on the noggin. Exactly, I wouldn't be happy. Did I miss anything? Is a free ball there to be had? Make it. Who came off for Diaz, by the way? I didn't actually see because I was too busy checking if I've been broke. Guardiola. Okay. Two on goals today, man. Go on, Doku, mate. Go for it. He oh, unlucky Reinders. The Geordie thing, yeah. I think he had people around him, not who was potentially smarter than him, which helped him. And then when he did something that those people needed to move away from, I think he's struggled since. I don't really, yeah. I don't even know. Is he still a thing? I forgot about him, to be honest. He's obviously still massive. Just don't see him mentioned much these days, do you? Is he actually a grifter now? Fuck off, Odin. Yeah, I can imagine he's boxing more than MMA now, and MMA and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I've just seen. Okay, so I searched True Geordie, and he's doing Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories videos now. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, he's got 4 million views on a Tyson Fury podcast 5 years ago, and now he's doing Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories. Fair enough. He's still getting a lot of views, to be fair. Go on, Doku. That's a... Oh, I mean, Walker fouled Doku then. He wants a penalty there, I get it, to be fair. He was fouled as he was going down. I truly mean this. I sometimes wish I wasn't ruled by decency. Because I think how rich I could be if I was a bad person. Honestly, I know YouTube. I know how to game it. That's such an obvious penalty there. Like, he's fouled him. He got his shot away, but he's definitely fouled him. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, but with YouTube stuff, if you know what you're doing, and you have the energy and the motivation, you can make a lot of money. So if you've got a platform, I could easily just turn into a rage baiter. Easily. Spend all my time just poking United fans and Arsenal fans and Liverpool fans. It'd be so easy, man. It'd be so easy. But I just don't have the heart for it. I just don't have the heart for it. It wouldn't even matter. No one, yeah, I don't know. Like politics videos as well. It's so easy. Imagine how easy political videos are to do. You sit there and rant about the world. I don't want to be like Booby, because he's a nice guy, but I also don't want to be the guy who just pisses everyone off. I think people who are out there to piss people off, but often intentionally, are sort of... I'm a firm believer, like, you create the world you want to live in, you know? I think you create the world you want to live in, really. And I've got 2 young sons as well. Thank you, Luke. I never will do, mate. I can't not. I don't mind people having fun, but I don't know. I don't think I can ever be someone whose only existence is knowingly just pissing people off. I don't know. I just don't get anything from it, personally. Get a 4th goal, City. Come on, man. I want to see Makeda getting on. It could get me more views, but at the same time, I don't know. I sort of like... Unhinged Tired Dad mode is my favourite mode, actually. This is... I got a call from someone the other day. Funny if they're watching this. Hello, mate, if you are. And they caught me at Tired Dad mode, and it was about something. I was way pricklier than I ever would be normally from a professional call for something. I wish I could tell you more, but it was something incredibly contentious. It was about something, and like, and I was in a bad mood because I was tired, and I was so prickly, and I thought, fuck this, man. And then you get to the age of your life where you can't be bothered, not calling it as it is. You just say it as it is. No debuts today, by the way, for Makeda or Mikasa, because 3 substitutions used. You get 5 substitutes in 3 substitutions, don't you? Is that right still? Where you only get 3 sets of substitutions. But I got a call, and there was a sort of like, I was in unhinged Tired Dad mode, and I thought, do you know what? I was polite, but I called out what I perceived as disingenuous. Not even disingenuous, just some... It was an argument being made to me, which I think someone pretended they didn't get, but I knew they were too smart to get it. So I was just like, no, I think you're smarter than this, mate. And it's nice having a sort of refreshing feeling of what you said when you've become... I guess the point I'm trying to make is when you become like a father and you've got everything, you've become an adult, you realise there's no point sometimes pretending. Just some people think I'm quite blunt in the real world. I'm not blunt. I just don't have the energy to dance around. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I'll always be polite, but you have to just... It's just, life's too short to dance around things sometimes. Anyway. Yeah, rage baiting. Happy for those who can do it. Come on, don't clear it. I have been an arsehole every now and then. Who hasn't been? I've been a prick on this sometimes. I apologise. You know what? That's John. It is a way. No, I'm not. You haven't seen me blunt, Luke. It's with family. Not on these. I'm never blunt on these, mate. But it's in different situations. Yeah, I think you're smarter than this. Is a very I choose my words pretty carefully. I also think one of the most powerful things you can ever say to someone, by the way, and I tell you, this is a bit of life advice for you from any age. If you've got a boss who's been a knob to you, or you've got anyone or someone, just say to someone, look in the eyes, politely go, "Don't talk to me like that, please." If you tell someone, it doesn't matter who they are, don't talk to me like that. Like, I've done that a billion times, and especially like not someone who's angrily ranting, who's just a random wanker in the street. They're gone at that point. But I mean, a colleague. You know, when someone's just rude and spitty to you, you can tell someone. I told the boss that before, and the boss, and he looked at me like, and I went, and they were stopped in the tracks. I went, don't talk to me like that, please. I don't deserve that. And they were like they were shocked him because they were expecting a meek reaction. Turn around and went, no, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. And at least, honestly, always my view in life is I don't ever get petty with people because I always sort of try and view. I said to someone was actually sort of rude to us the other day, me and Nicola, and I went, I'd always be nice back to people who are rude because it's how you win the argument as well, because you never go down to their level, so you always go, well, even though they try and reconcile one day, they can't go, well, yeah, they'll rude back to me. They have nothing over you then. So even being nice sometimes wins because you can win every argument because they have nothing back at you. If you remain respectful, you just go, oh, they weren't even rude to when I was rude to them, so you can go, yeah, I wasn't rude to you, was I? And you see ammunition then, so... As I said, be the person you want to be surrounded by, you know? I'm getting philosophical, sorry. It's this kind of game. That Charlie Vaich guy, I think, look, I understand some people have issues with the way the site is going, but I also think he's antagonistic. And he knows he is. He's antagonistic. I watched some of his stuff, and look, I understand the political landscape's confusing and frustrating for an awful lot of people, but I also think some people also want to argue, and I think I understand the frustrations with Manchester occasionally feeling a bit dangerous and so on, but I think some people also like to. I think some people are confrontational, and I think they revel in it a little bit. And I've seen that Charlie Vaich stuff where sometimes I think, God, the people he's talking to are awful, but I also see sometimes thinking, you are prompting this situation. You are prodding it a little bit here. You know, you can feel it. People are prodding sometimes, and they're doing it intentionally. It's complicated, isn't it? Life's the other thing in life here. Everyone goes on about, oh, well, life's so complicated. People are so complicated. Fucking isn't, man. Life is not complicated. People are so simple. Everyone is exactly the same. Everyone is motivated by fucking lust for something. Power, money, or sex. It's literally that. It's like everyone's the same. Or like, everyone gets embarrassed for the same reasons. Everyone wants to... Everything. Like, life is not complicated, man. When you strip it back, like, everyone wants companionship. Pretty much everyone does. Or everyone wants power or money. And everything comes back to that. It's like everyone's like... I'll never get a divorce. I won't, because my wife is my best friend, and she's the best person I've ever met. I'm obsessed with her. Every day I love her more. And she's the mother of her children. I love even more than her. Go on, Doku. Oh, lovely football, lucky. Life is so simple, man. Like, I think people are incredibly simple. Mate, I won't get a divorce because I've married a person I implicitly trust. I truly believe most people married were never fully... The amount of people who get married while also moaning about their partners, like, you never fucking trust them in the first place. Like, people moan about their boyfriends and partners and wives and husbands, then they marry him. Like, what do you think was going to fucking happen? Like, it's not complicated. It's not complicated. I have literally never had anything to moan about my wife ever. Ever. Like, ever. Nothing to moan about. Ever. I'm not even exaggerating. I've been over 11 years. There is not a single trait Nicola has that I find annoying. Not a single one. I think she's the sweetest, most considerate, careful bit. And people marry these people, right? And they're like, you get married to people. Oh, well, you're telling me now we got married and we got kids. He's actually useless, this fella. Like, was he useless before him, by the way? Did he never tidy up the house? No fucking shit when you've got a kid, he's going to carry on being useless. What do you expect to happen? And then they get divorced and go, oh, I didn't see that coming. Of course you fucking did. You just weren't paying attention. Like, it's like, don't. If you settle, you're going to get divorced or split up. I'm not saying UK Misfit, that's what happened to you. Look, everyone's different and circumstances can happen. Things can change life. Things can change. I understand. There can be complications in the real world where things can happen that can change something, or you don't see it beforehand. But I guarantee you, 90% of people who have issues, there were issues with there before they got married. They were. But then life... This is what I should be doing, live podcast. Then life, just as life gets more tough, it fucking breaks you because kids and life and money's hard. But I feel closer to Nicola than ever because actually, despite life being more difficult than ever, I realised just how fucking awesome she is and how much I trust her. And I'm like, oh my God, we've never been more tired. We bickered more than ever, but it's only ever bickering because we're knackered. And like, but I realised actually she's this fucking wonderful person who still, despite all this nonsense around her, tiredness and skin, she still cares implicitly about me, and she still asks me. Like, she came back from this bakery the other day with some cakes for me. She's celiac. She can't have any of the food. Go on, Haaland. Oh, sorry. She can't have any of the food, but she went to the bakery anyway, even though she's celiac, just because she thought I might like this, because she knew I was tired. It's those little tiny things. You know, like, it's just I can't explain it. I love deep conversations about life, by the way. Like, Haaland should have scored that, by the way. But but like, there's little things that Nicola just, you can tell she's always thinking about me. And I get, do you know when a relationship stops working? When one person stops trying. That's it. It's that simple. Oh, Doku with a volley. A relationship starts working when one person's putting less than the other. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. And I don't mean in the sense of buying things, but if you're constantly trying to make sure the people are happy around you are happy, like I'm always making sure Nicola's happy because I care about her. I'm not going out and buying her flowers every day, but I'm going, are you okay, beautiful? Can I get you anything? Or I can see she's tired. I'm going, I'll go and take the kids. You're gonna have a lie down. These little micro things. I've been doing that since I met her. In different when we were a young couple in love, or now with 2 children who never sleep. You know, just trying to make sure she's okay. And if you're constantly doing those, yeah, it's Pedro, doing the small things. If one person doesn't do that, and the amount of people that get married, and you see them in the vows, they fucking joke about how the other person's useless in the vows. They do. I've been at weddings where someone's moaned about their then husband. Oh, and he never does this, but I love him anyway. And like, then, lo and behold, 10 years later, they'll be divorced when they have kids. And they fucking realise that husband of theirs or whatever actually is still fucking useless. And when it gets really hard, they don't do anything. And they realise, actually, you're a bit of a selfish twat. No one was hiding that. They didn't hide you. People tell you who they are all the time. So, I'm getting a bit ranty. I'm sorry, but like, I think it's funny how people act like it's complicated. I don't think it is. I think everything's really simple. I think you get what people show you who they are every single day. Every single day. And I guarantee you, most of these people, well, all of a sudden the fella cheated on me. Like, well, I bet you saw things previously. You know, I bet he wasn't that loving with you, and I bet he probably that sounds awful. Actually, that's sort of victim blaming. But I guess the point I'm making is the guy was probably a knob in the first place. Anyway, ranting. I'm tired. I'll stop it. Oh, it's funny, isn't it, John? Because Nicola did exactly that in her vows. She said, "I'll always be there to answer if you can eat the green bit on a plate." Do you know when, like, they put a bolognese and they put a fucking, what's that leaf? They always put on it, the green thing. You know what I mean? The other years put random bits of leaves on green stuff. And I always go to Nicola going, "Can I eat that bit?" And she made a joke about that of our wedding vows because I never fucking know. What's that shit leaf they always put on a spaghetti bolognese? Fuck it. I'm ranting here, sorry. Thank you, John. Nicola's amazing. I love her to bits. What are those leaves called? The little fucking green ones they put on meals. You're not meant to eat them. They put them on for seasoning. No, not coriander. No, it's not coriander. What is it? Yes, Erling! Erling gets his goal. Fucking Doku again, man. Doku again. Basil, that's the one. Thank you. Is it Basil? Bayleaf. There you go, guys. Bayleaf, that's the one. Thank you. It's a Bayleaf. Fuck Bayleafs, man. But anyway, back to Doku with a goal. Doku with the assist, Erling Haaland. Doku sensational again. Brilliant from Doku again, man. Big Erling. Fucking love it. I love it more than I love Bailey's, put it that way. Haaland is absolutely on fire, isn't he? Ridiculous form he's in. Another goal assist today for Haaland. Like, he's so good, man. It's them too. Never eat them, Simon. Don't put them on your spaghetti bolognese. They taste terrible. And they'll take your TV, mate. Go on, Doc. You get to that. Oh, unlucky. They taste terrible on the bolognese, and they'll take your TV. Don't trust bailiffs. Sorry, I've not got a lot to say about this game. It's turned into a pretty comfortable win. Fair play to the second half. I can't even be arsed changing the score at the bottom. Is that alright? It's a shame that fourth goal didn't come early because Makeda could have got on the pitch. Well, this one, Odin, thank you so much, mate. You on about my jumper? Cheers, mate. It's a brand called Idioma. Idioma. It's nice. Doku haters are absolutely taking some medicine right now. I've never hated Doku. I had some doubts how far he'd go, but this is what I wanted to see from Doku. Are you on about the City kit? You might be on about the City kit. I don't know. Who knows? City's home kit's fine. It's turned out to be a pretty good day, hasn't it? Oh, Haaland's through again. Goes, he scored again. Fucking game, big Erling Haaland. 5-1. Erling Haaland again. What a player, man. What a fucking player. What a player Erling Haaland is. He's so good, man. Another goal. He's having some season, isn't he? That is terrible defending from Burnley. You don't do that, so you don't give the ball to Haaland there, do you? Look, come on. You got to give him the credit for the second half. Come out and absolutely, stepped up a level and got the win. What more can you ask for? It was not a perfect start at that second half, but... first half, but... yeah. We did it. So, we got the goals. We've won. Got the reaction. What more can you ask for? I'll take it. 5-1. It's full time. Delighted. Yeah, perfect stuff, City. Not perfect at all in terms of the actual form. I mean, the second half was much better. And we've got the victory that we deserve. A 5-1 victory against Burnley. With a better side in that second half. We created up. We were much better in the second half. And I'm very, very happy by that. Guys, thanks for watching. Sorry that it got very philosophical in that second half. I do love a good shout. Big shout to Haaland for a couple of goals. Big shout to Steve, the online version of the guy from Minecraft. With a couple of goals today as well. Nunes, of course, with the goal. Liverpool 1-0, are they? Have they equalised late again, have they? Let's have a look. Have they equalised again, Liverpool? Late on? Oh, if it happens, it happens. Oh, they're going to score, aren't they? They're going to win as well late on. But either way, we're up into third, which is nice. I've actually got Liverpool up on screen right now. Own goal, own assist. Yeah. Liverpool keep getting away with it. That's what Liverpool do these days. Right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to get match reaction set up. I thoroughly enjoyed that. You're all ace. Love you all loads. See you in a bit. Can't wait for Liverpool to score the winner. Bye-bye.